as the semi-final is underway. New Zealand and Australia. A semi-final, I'll remind you again, for the right to play Fiji in the final. What a comeback from them. They have been down and out for the best part of a year and a half.
Black 7, never onside.
Now through to a final.
Advantage is
where
over.
They will meet two of the giants. Here's Heidi Dennis, player of the final in that win in Perth, and bumping off Stacey Waka, but throwing a loose ball, and that allows New Zealand to try and counter with Reese Pauli-Lane. Ooh, little bobble. Break held onto it though. Tried to get the arms free. Good double tackle. Levi and Nathan. Manaya Nuku. It's the start again with Miller, who was outstanding in the win over Canada, and with offloads like that, and it's been a new combination on the right this season. Miller and Waka combined for the first score in the semi-final.
And then the cheekiness, the experience. She dots it under the post to ensure that 7-point try. Georgia Miller, ball in hand. We always speak to her evasiveness, elusiveness. This time, she draws in Heidi Dennis, releases Waka with the speed, as if she's gonna put it down. Dennis scopes right by her, and then she's under the post.
A little payback for the bump off that Dennis had put on Waka just before. 7-0, New Zealand score first. A very good Monday morning to you in New Zealand and Australia. I hope you've got the tallies on at work, or you've just skived off and starting school late at whatever, 8:30 on the east coast of Australia, 10:30 a.m. in New Zealand.
You are not on the ball.
Or just gone, rather. As now Australia look to build from deep with Tegan Levi evading one and then finding a nice ball up the middle for Carly Henwood. Wonderful offload for Henwood, who's really started to come into her own in this team. And the offloads now stick for Australia, and straight up through the middle, as she's done time and time and time again. Charlotte Caslick scores for Australia.
When a big moment is needed, it's a big player to step up, and no one has done it better for Australia than Charlotte Caslick. It's one offload after the other, and Caslick steams onto that ball, and she still has the wheels, the three-time Olympian.
Hasn't lost a yard of pace at all. Finally nudging towards her 30th birthday. That's how long she's been around, still not 30. As Tia Hines is just going to push this across the face. So it's New Zealand 7, Australia 5. Charlotte Caslick closing in on Amy Lee Costigan on the all-time tries list. Well, restart goes the way of Michaela Brake. Beat Levi in the air. It was a great tackle. Rather, it was Dennis, excuse me, who's really good in that area. Pauli-Lane for New Zealand. Hirini. The switch. As Henwood arms out, just cutting off any option of offload for Hirini. Now it's Miller and Nuku. Felix Hotham. We'll try and drop it in for Brake. Oh, good tackle. Little collision of bodies, though. That's caused a tangle. I think Levi's hurt herself and back play Tegan Levi. So Australia are going to have to defend here with 6. And they'll concede a penalty. It was just an awkward tumble of bodies, and Levi has stayed down.
Time is off.
And a level of discomfort. She's right in front of the New Zealand coaches who've been signalling over to get the physio there, but it was just awkward and messy, as we've seen a couple of times. Oh.
One of those rugby collisions as she seeks some medical attention with her teammates looking on.
It's unfortunately been all too familiar for Australia and Tim Walsh, and you can see that look on his face. The other players just, I guess it is you try not to look here if you're one of those players that's going to come on.
Still a lot of game left to play in this one, and you wish your teammate nothing but the best.
She's getting up to her feet now, Tegan Levi, and as I say, it's just a little a clash of bodies, and hopefully it's just a rolled ankle, because yeah, which when you do them initially are the most dreadful thing going. Coming to the side
I think so, yes.
may not be as bad as we feared.
What are you choosing? Yes.
She gets off
I'll just wait for the
up
substitution.
on her feet, leaving the field on her own. We know we saw her sister go down with injury just last tournament. So hoping nothing too serious, and Tegan Levi's back at it again.
Just getting some big gulps of breath, but is on her
Thomas back
feet
on.
and unaided. Tegan
Coach.
Levi. At the moment, though, it's New Zealand with the scrum just on Australia's side of halfway. 3 minutes to play in the first half of the semi-final. Pauline Lane comes out of it. We'll see how Australia have to regroup now. It's Ruby Nicholas who's gone out there. She's been excellent, the number 23. She's going to have to chase here, break. Dancing her way around the Australian line. Pauline Lane puts a big ball for Miller, who just swivels the hips again, and now flick ball out the back of the hand for Waka, stepping, ducking, weaving, and back they come once more. There's massive numbers wide for New Zealand if they can get it to the hands of their all-time leading try scorer, Michaela Brake, edge to edge, and it's Brake who scores.
Michaela Brake in the try zone, and she started it all off. It was a great cut, better footwork, and then through the hands, Miller with the out-the-back beauty of an offload. Waka keeps her feet, and then it's right back through the hands. What a team try that releases Michaela Brake.
New Zealand get another one back. The Miller offloading game this weekend has been unbelievable.
It's been such a joy to watch, as this side so often is.
Yeah, always wanted Dr. Zeus to bring up a punt. Some good news too. I can just see Tegan Levi just down on the side, and she is just trying to go light jog on that ankle and starting to move it again. So definitely nothing like we feared it was, thankfully. Here come Australia though. Tia Hines puts a big ball, almost couldn't quite get to it. Was Bridget Clark. Here's Tegan.
Can't play quick.
Tegan testing
Your mark is
the
over
ankle
here.
out, looks all right. She's performed really well this weekend. She's put in a massive shift for her side. She'll be disappointed
You move
to
over,
not be
hold
on
You move
to
over.
compete
You
against
walk
the
in line,
best.
now stop.
It was like a little thumbs up on me. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. It is
No.
tough. Well, they don't call her the pit bull for no reason, the pity. Oh, fingertip control from Hiddeny for New Zealand. Looking for another one in the final minute of this first half. Felix Hotham change of direction again. It's risky. Caslick, great spot tackle on Hiddeny, but does well to use his strength and brace herself. Hiddeny. Oh, now Miller's going to put a little kick around the outside edge, trying to regather, but scrambling back well. Is that Caslick? Gee, that's an effort from Charlotte Caslick. And now Australia might find a little bit of space in the New Zealand defence. Nice hard run from Clark. All trying to blow through Hiddeny, Pauline Lane, and they have the counter ruck. Will allow Miller to score. Physical pressure coming on from Hiddeny and Pauline Lane, allowing Miller to finish.
Georgia Miller with the try, but Hiddeny, the captain, the leader, hitting this ruck. You see her get up. Referee says must use it, and then she just puts a shot in. Wins that ball back, and it's easy. Georgia Miller won't score many simpler ones than that.
Gee, they're like the Bash sisters, Pauline Lane and Hiddeny. Conversion will go over, and New Zealand have jumped out to a handy advantage here. 19-5, they lead Australia at halftime in the semi-final. The chase as the second half is underway off the boot of Hines. It's a clever restart, picked up by Henwood. Scooped it low, brilliant from Hines and Henwood again. Australia straight onto attack. Here's Caslick. Good hands from Clark. Did it come off the fingertips of Nicholas? Yeah, just did.
Just in front, unable to hang on to that one, but the restart, it's too good. Henwood has been absolute class on all the restart regatherings this weekend. Tia Hines ends up scooping that one up, but unfortunately knocking it on. Ball back to New Zealand.
She's been remarkable, Carly Henwood, getting an opportunity. Made her debut for Australia at the Olympics. This is her first season on the series. Here's Felix Hotham. Gets through one tackler and then offload for Miller. And again, it's given New Zealand numbers with Waka. She'll come back out to the open. Hit a knee. Oh, that's an ugly pass, that one. And Poldy Lane can't bring it in. Mistake from the New Zealand captain.
Great pressure from Faith Nathan. She so often is spoken about on attack, but her defensive work there really key.
Hook when the ball is in,
Doesn't even glance at the ball. I actually love that. She's ready to smoke Reese Pori Lane if she catches it. But a little error earns that ball back for Australia.
Time is back on. Coach. Bind.
You hear the chatter. New Zealand trying to organise their defence. Australia planning and plotting. And Poldy Lane's going to concede a penalty there. And here goes Caslick trying to get Australia back into this with 5.5 to go. Here is Faith Nathan. So dangerous. New Zealand not going to try and win that back there, allowing Australia to go again. Henwood. Good tackle made on her by Hirini this time. Waka came in to help out. Caslick working hard behind. Here's Nicholas again. Dragged down by Felix Hotham. Break trying to shovel Nathan off the ball. Australia maintaining possession and maintaining their patience, looking for that. Chink. Caslick's gone down awkwardly now too. Slow to get up. Let's play on for Australia and Nathan. Caslick is on her feet. And right back into the thick of it as you'd expect. Nasa this time it is for Henwood once more. Demi Hayes out there. Good fingertip control from Demi, who was brilliant in that final in Perth. Nicholas, it's pass after pass, phase after phase for Australia, trying to bust a way through. Hines it is with Nicholas again. And then another switch, trying to find the runner, goes herself. Tia Hines just dragged down by Nuku, who's got hands on it. New Zealand will win it back.
Holding.
Just when Australia are starting to find their swing, thinking they're building momentum, but it's been a wall of black jerseys. Georgia Miller right there working so hard in the middle, but Manaya Nuku, what a tackle, what a pop-up.
Thank you. Gets
a hold of that ball. Just exhausting.
What it does is allows New Zealand to control the pace a little bit of this game now, doesn't it, with that buffer that they've got.
They have that two-score lead. And they have their back line split across the pitch.
Oh, your Tegan Levi is going to get back out there soon. She's been chomping at the bit after what we thought looked a nasty injury. Here come New Zealand again, though, with Nuku, and it goes through the hands of Mahina Paul. Let off here for Australia to try and capitalise on.
Time is off.
And manifested Tegan Levi walking back to the pitch. Tim Walsh might have just got tired of hearing her ask if she could go back in and put her in.
Goldie.
Time is back on.
Charlotte Caslick, ball in hand, but Ruby Nicholas right at the base of the scrum.
Set.
Been no score in the second half, still 19-5, 3.5 minutes to play. Here is Levi. We're going to see really test that ankle, throw in a couple of goosies, and Hitch Kicks can see if it's okay. And she's released Nathan. Nathan puts the head down. Break goes after her. Nathan's going to win this race. What a strike on the edge for Australia.
It is Faith Nathan in full flight here at BC Place, and it is that woman, Tegan Levi, with the footwork. Bum ankle, what ankle? She goosies, she hitch kicks, and then she releases the flyer that is Faith Nathan.
And now she's going to be the one to try and convert the try from wide as well. Unbelievable. She's been in great goal kicking form too. Tegan Levi, but Faith Nathan, what a quality finisher. Here's the conversion all away.
Still 2 scores the difference, but this is the shift Aussie needed.
Oh, kickoff's not going to go 10, though. It might bounce 10. Yeah, Australia played at it, tried to grab it at the last bounce, Demi Hayes.
Unfortunate error there from Australia. New Zealand
No, you can't take a scrum from a free kick.
will
It's a
have
free
the
kick.
free
You can't
kick.
take a scrum.
You have the referee telling Hirini it's got to be a tap.
Use it, please.
Just under 2 minutes to play. Australia need possession here. New Zealand score, it could be a killer blow, and there's that trademark weave and the ambling run. Great tackle, Nicholas. Ball is popped, the hands were good from Paul for New Zealand. Waka gets in there to play halfback. Pody Lane going to come back out towards Miller, going herself. Miller, one-on-one. Nicholas got it last time, and Miller will spin it around again for Waka. Telepathic connection.
The dynamic duo, Miller to Waka. Waka in this time. Georgia Miller had the initial break, the left foot step, that running style we know so well. Great cover tackle from Ruby Nicholas, but it just wasn't enough. Georgia Miller ends up getting her in the end, and then Waka, always in support, always lurking out there on the edge, and trots in for 5.
That'll be enough for New Zealand now, time well and truly against Australia. 24 points to 10, New Zealand. Stacey Waka, 2 tries. Miller chops Levi down. Nasser coming in support. They'll keep plugging away here, Australia. 30 seconds to play. New Zealand, really a continued record. We talk about Argentina men into a final as Miller grabs an intercept now too. Ball thrown away, and Hirini goes alone. Yellow jersey swarming around. Nice ball for Kelsey Tinetti to get the final save for New Zealand and round out an emphatic win in the semi-final.
Hugs all around for New Zealand. Hirini hugging the try scorer, Tinetti. But it came off that intercept from Georgia Miller, and then Tinetti, the power, the legs pumping, just falls over the line as her captain falls onto her for the celebration.
9. Oh, now she's in her hand as well, is she? Tegan, I think it's still the ankle again. I hope she's all right. But it is New Zealand. 9 times women's tournaments have been played in Canada. 9 times New Zealand is now through to the final. They will play Fiji for the title. Another wonderful battle between these magnificent rivals. New Zealand 29, Australia 10.